But Nelly, oh no, that motherfucker, he don't have no respect for women. He ain't got no respect for women. But yeah, you ever heard Nelly even sexually assaulting a woman? Now I haven't. But y'all was gonna go and ruin this man and try to ruin this man's life, right, Spelman women? Y'all gonna ruin this man's life. Meanwhile, another man who actually was sexually assault woman behind y'all backs, y'all bucking him with walking arms in Spelman, didn't y'all? Talking about Bill Cosby, didn't y'all women in Spelman, didn't y'all? Y'all walking him with open arms. Meanwhile, he was in the back burner in his personal life, disrespecting women left and right. But Nelly, nah, he can't speak here. He can't speak here because he be saying bitches and holes in his rhymes. And I'm not saying that's cool. I'm not saying that's cool at all. I'm just saying that what is more important? A man who's saying bitches and holes in his rhymes, or a man who actually sexually assaulting and molesting women and children? What's more disgusting? I give you a couple of seconds to think about that. Because it seems like me, I don't understand that part. It seems like you don't understand that part. The way you jump down Nelly's throat and not have him speak at Spelman, but yet Bill Cosby, you let him come and walk open arms, even though he been behind your backs, been molesting been sexually assaulting all these women. And that's why we lose. Because other communities, they look at I'm not saying all, but I noticed that in certain other communities, they look at the real issues. They go by the real issues. All right? We going after some superficial shit. We want to talk about shit that rap is saying and that other people are saying. You want to talk about weaves and women's hair and all this shit. I don't want to hear all about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, just listen. Let's talk about some real issues, man. You know what I mean? Just because you got natural hair don't mean that you're a good woman. All right? So that's the thing I'm trying to say. So all that weave shit, all that, you need to, it's like, it's very unimportant, man. Unimportant issues I hear on Facebook and on YouTube about with black people is ridiculous. And that's why people like Bill Cosby can slide through the black community and be treated as a king. Because we so be picking over people, how they dress, how they talk, and all types of nonsense. You know, I can hardly go on YouTube right now and see black people talk about the shit we talking about right now. Child molestation and fucking rapes. I can never hear it. But I can hear all day about some dudes talking about some thug ass nigga on the corner. I can hear some fucking women talking about other women wearing weaves in their hair. What the fuck? What's wrong with y'all, man? Huh? And when they talk about thugs on the corner, they don't talk about to help them out to get off the streets. They talking about it because they want women to stay away from the type of dudes because they can have these women. That would make it even worse. So you talking about thugs on the corner, but you're not even trying to help them off the corner. Get out the corner. Because you just worried about the fact that there's women dating them. Huh? As far as we're concerned, since y'all want to be on this African shit all the time, don't you know there's people in Africa that's dark skinned that got straight hair? Now, if you wanted to break it down and say, oh, well, us West Africans don't have straight hair, then I can understand. But if you're going to bring up all of Africa, then you shouldn't, and say that we all African people, then you cannot get mad if a so-called African person is wearing straight hair when there's actually Africans that got straight hair. Yeah, you understand? Unimportant shit. But yeah, you got African Bada people come out talking about African Bada, but it was less than them. And you got real people coming out saying women come out saying Bill Cosby had raped them. And all types of shit. And all we go about hair extensions, about going natural, and about who women date and shit, on what women date in the black community. All nonsense, man. Nonsense. About how somebody dress in the black community. Oh, these thugs, these dudes dressing inappropriate, and all types of shit. And And look at these head hat hooligans, and it's like, oh my God, man! You telling me ain't nothing important? I can hear that more than about police brutality, man. Now it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't care about how a woman wear how her hair is. I care less about what some women date. I don't care, because like I said before, if that woman want to date a thug, then what to tell you about her? But yeah, you don't see that part. You just see that she's a good looking chick, and she shouldn't be with somebody like him. Should be somebody like you, lame, and and all this other nonsense, man. Like the black community, man, we got more important things to worry about, man. Because if you can let somebody like Bill Cosby slide through because he don't say bitches and call women bitches and hoes, why he entertaining people, then we have a problem. And I'm sorry to say this also, because I know some people going to listen to this right now. This same thing with preachers. All right? Same thing. Not all preachers, because I think some preachers, try to be sincere, but there's some preachers right now that y'all praise so much, it's not even funny. Meanwhile, he fucking women in the congregation. You know what I'm saying? That's not even his wife. You know what I mean? Taking the money, spending on trips, and just taking the money and spending on cars and jewelry and all types of stuff. And y'all don't say nothing about these guys because the guys end up saying bitches and hoes while he talking. But in the meanwhile, and subliminally, he basically dissing women too. Because he's telling y'all that y'all ain't supposed to go and get a job. That y'all ain't supposed to go get an education. Y'all supposed to stay home and cook and clean. That's only your job is to do that. But y'all don't fight against them though. You don't fight against him though. We ain't telling you that you nothing but to be basically a servant. You don't question on that though. The Bible says you don't question on that. So please stop it. All right? Stop it. This is why I've been saying, just because a rapper or entertainer say certain things and they act a certain way in front of the camera, do not mean they act like that off camera. All right? And I brought up plenty of people, Barry Gordy, James Brown, all these people, all these guys who never in they songs call women out their name, and yet behind closed doors they was abusing these women and abusing their own selves with taking cocaine and crack and all other type of stuff. David Ruffin died of a crack overdose. And what he was singing back in the days, my girl. All them good songs. I ain't too proud to beg. But what he was doing, he was abusing his fucking women, including Tammy Terrell. Come on, man. Y'all don't think. Y'all think, man. Y'all fucking think. When you ever heard 50 Cent abusing any women? I never heard of it. What about Snoop Dogg? I never heard him beating any women up. But y'all took his CDs and back in the 90s and fucking threw it in the street and try to with the steamroller roll over that shit. If that's the case, you need a steamroller over Marvin Gaye's, all Marvin Gaye's records, all the fucking Ray Charles records, all they records. If you're talking about disrespecting women. Because they had it, Miles Davis, all of them. You need to steamroll all this shit off and crush all these shits too. If that's the case. It's all about respecting women.
But they got the movie coming out too.
Oh yeah, about Miles Davis? Yeah, I know. Then you need to do that then. You need to do it. If it's all about respecting women, then y'all need to crush all those Barry Gordy, you need to take all that shit down, praise him, take him out of the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? For disrespecting women, if that's the case, you know what I mean. Even though he didn't disrespect them as far as beating them up, but he been known to be cheating and known to having different baby mamas, including Diane Ross being his baby mama. So take him out of the Hall of Fame because he sure didn't respect women the way he supposed to. Well, what? You know I'm telling the truth. No, I'm telling the truth. Like I said, imagery, don't believe in imagery, man. Imagery is not everything. It's not everything. Books. Yeah, I know y'all heard the old saying, "Never judge a book by its cover." I know y'all heard that, but yet y'all still doing it. Y'all got these entertainers gotten you all set for shit that they probably ain't even doing in real life. While meanwhile, you got news that praising that's entertainers that's actually doing foul shit in real life. Got some backward ass motherfuckers, for real. Like I say, y'all niggas need to get out the TV. You need to get out the TV and internet, man. Y'all think this way, man. You need to get out the TV and internet, man. Because I never fell for that. I never fell for a rapper saying I'm in the streets and I'm killing motherfuckers. I never was like, oh, that nigga is real. That's a real nigga. That's real. He probably killing niggas for real. I never thought that way. I was like, yo, this is a fucking song. I gotta really see him killing somebody because he's still walking the streets right now. So he got it got to be just a song. I mean, hello, if he really was a killer, you know what I'm saying, on in the streets like that, you know what I mean, then he'll be come on, man, he'll be fucking locked up, man. Come on, you can't take entertainment too seriously, man. Ice Cube was talking about straight out of Compton, a motherfucker named Ice Cube. Where's my tool and all that shit. Come on, man, he out there making movies now, man. I never heard this man even beating a woman up in his life. I never heard this man never got locked up like that. Not that I know of. That's some sick. Y'all people. I tell you, that's why the black community is where it is now, because we don't know who is who. We don't try to figure out who is who. You know what I'm saying? We see an image and we think that that person is a good person. So if a person is wearing a suit and he talk articulate, he's a good person. That's the problem right there. And this is why we never get anywhere. Okay? I went to clubs where white people been at, and these people do not look at each other, and be like, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying that the ones I know, they could go in there and dress in a fucking baggy jeans and looking more like hip hop, look like some street dude, and still nobody had a problem with it. But then I go to a black club, you can't even go in there with a hat on your head. What the fuck is that about? This is what I mean by imagery. Like we so caught up into imagery that we start to think that a certain group of people in the black community is a certain way, and another group of black people is a certain way just by image alone. All right, and that's the problem I have. And this is why somebody like Bill Cosby was able to get away with what he did for years, if he did it. Because the fact is, people just looked at his imagery and looked how he spoke and thought that, oh, this is a outstanding black man in the community. Now you all feel stupid. Not me, because I already knew that doesn't make a difference. All right. Now the next thing I want to talk about is the same thing that goes on with imagery. And it's about black people in America who basically talk about how, the way we dress, it represents how people think of you. So if you dress a certain way, then, you can't get mad if somebody see you as a certain way. So you need to dress appropriately. Here's why I have a problem with that. No, in America, you have to dress a certain way. You got to dress appropriately to American standards. Okay? Because if that's the case, then the majority of people that live in Africa right now, black people that live in Africa right now, don't dress appropriately. Let me say it one more time. It's only in America that black people need to dress a certain way to look appropriate. Because if that's the case, then the majority of black people in Africa are not dressing inappropriately. If you understand what I'm saying, that means it flew right over your fucking head. Okay? Because you go in Africa, there's tribes that dress nothing like us. They have their own culture. They dress a certain way, and they proud of how they dress. So please, black people in America, stop thinking that you're representing all black people across the world. This is what in America you got to be like. Not in Africa, not even in other parts of the world. Okay? This is only in America that you need to dress a certain way to get respected. Okay?